I build my profile in 20 minutes. I add 3 photos. The first one is from my friend Dana's wedding last spring. I look good in it. The second is from a trip to Nashville 2 years ago. The third is just me in my kitchen, but I have a coffee cup in my hand and I smile. It looks normal. It looks like a person. Then I write a short bio. I say I like dogs, even though I do not have one. I say I work in healthcare. That is true, but it is not the whole truth. After that, I stop at one question. Height. I look at it for a moment. I type 5'5". I am 5'3", but 5'5" looks better. I close the app and put my phone down on the sofa cushion. 2 weeks later, I match with a man. His name is Travis. His first message is, "Hi, how are you?" I almost swipe past it. Everyone says that. It is the most boring message on the app, but I look at his photo again. He stands next to an old pickup truck. He waves at the camera. He is not handsome. He does not smile for the photo. He does not cross his arms or lean against the truck like he is cool. He just waves. He looks about 40. I think about it for a moment. Then I write back. We text for 4 days. Travis does not say much. He does not flirt. He asks about my job. I tell him I work at a dental office in Dublin, Ohio. I answer phones and book appointments, and sometimes help with x-rays. He tells me about his job. I fix air conditioners, he writes. I work a lot in summer. I read that and I feel a little bored, but it is honest. So I keep writing back. We make a plan. Friday evening, Waffle House, the one on Route 40, near my apartment. I arrive early. I sit in a booth by the window. I order coffee. The coffee comes. It is hot, but I do not drink it. I wait. 5 minutes. 10. 15. Travis is late. I look at my coffee. A thin skin forms on top. I pull it a little with my spoon. Then I put the spoon down. I look out the window at the parking lot. Cars come and go. People walk in and walk out. Nobody is Travis. I almost pick up my bag and leave. I think, this is already a bad sign. Then the door opens. Travis walks in. He has a blue polo shirt. Carter HVAC is on the chest. White letters. His jeans have a grease stain on the left knee. I look at his hands when he holds the back of the chair. His fingernails have dark rims at the bottom. Not dirt. Motor oil. It goes in too deep. Washing does not take it out. I see all of this in about 4 seconds. And I want to leave. I do not want to be here. This is not what I wanted. But he sees me. He walks over. He says, "I'm sorry. I came from a job. I tried to change, but I was late. I stay. We order breakfast for dinner. Eggs and toast and hash browns. I ask about his work. He keeps his answers short. His own company. 1 truck. Just him. He started it 6 years ago. He asks me about teeth. I laugh, because nobody ever asks me about teeth. He wants to know what I do all day. So I tell him. I look at x-rays and talk to scared people, and sometimes a child cries, and then I give them a small toy from a box, and they stop. Travis nods at that. He does not say anything, but he nods like he understands. We do not talk about family. At the end, Travis pays for both of us. He puts cash on the table. I look at the bill, $23.80. He leaves a $5 tip. He lines up the bills neatly at the edge of the table. He says, "I don't use cards much. I find that odd." But I do not ask. We walk out to the parking lot. The lights above us are yellow. The air is cold. Travis's phone rings. He looks at the screen. His face changes. He says, "I'm sorry. I have to go. Right now, I'll call you." He walks fast to his truck. He does not look back. I stand alone. I hold my purse in my hand. I watch his pickup pull away. The right tail light works. The left one does not. One side is bright. The other side is dark. The truck turns at the end of the lot, and it is gone. I stand there a moment. The yellow light buzzes a little above me. I think, who called him? Why did he run? 3 weeks later, Travis and I go out 6 times total. We get burgers at a place on Sawmill Road. We walk around Genoa Park one Sunday afternoon. We talk a little more each time. I start to like him. But my mom has something to say, and Becca has something to say too. One evening, Travis picks me up in his truck. We go to dinner. I sit in the passenger seat. I put my feet down and I look at the floor. There is a small wallet, pink velvet. It has a little silver heart on the front. The corner of the heart is torn. I pick it up a little with 2 fingers and look at it. This is not a woman's wallet. This is a girl's wallet. A teenage girl's. Travis sees me look at it. He leans over. He tucks it under the seat quickly. He says, "Sorry, I'll clean the car next time." I nod. I put my hands in my lap. I do not ask. On Sunday, I have lunch with my mom at her house in Westerville. She asks about Travis. I give her the short version. His name, his job, his truck. She frowns. He fixes air conditioners? Honey, you have a good job. You work in a clean office. You deserve more. I do not answer. I eat my salad. I know my mom wants good things for me. She always did. But part of me agrees with her. I look at Travis's work boots in my head, the grease stain on his knee. I judge him. I do not say it out loud, but I think it, and I know I think it. On Tuesday, Becca comes over with wine. She sits on my sofa. She takes out her phone. She pulls up Travis's Facebook. She turns the screen toward me. "Look at this, Rach," she says. "No friends, no photos, no family. A 40-year old man with nothing on his Facebook? That's weird. That's a red flag." I give a small smile. "Maybe he just doesn't use it," I say. Becca shakes her head. "Or maybe he's hiding something." She puts her phone down and looks at me. "Just be careful." I do not make plans with Travis that week. I tell him I am busy. That is a lie. I just sit in my apartment and think. I think about the pink wallet. I think about Becca's words. I think about my mom's frown. Then, on Friday, Travis texts, "Can we meet Sunday? I want to take you somewhere nice." I say yes. On Sunday, we drive south on 33. We go to Hocking Hills State Park. The trees are tall and the paths are quiet. The air is cold but clean. There are not many people. Travis parks the truck and we get out. He opens the back door. He takes out a small bag. He brings sandwiches. He made them at home. Bread, turkey, a little mustard. He has a thermos of coffee. It is an old thermos, black. There is electrical tape around the lid where it broke and cracked. He does not have new things, but he made lunch for us. He planned this. I feel a little warm inside when I see that. We walk for 2 hours. Travis talks about work. 6 days a week. More in summer. He says, I save every month. I have a reason. I ask, what reason? He is quiet for a moment. He looks at the path in front of us. Then he says, I'll tell you soon. Not yet. I do not push. We keep walking. Leaves are under our feet. The light comes through the trees. On the drive back, his phone rings. He looks at it. He says, I need to stop somewhere. 10 minutes. Is that okay? I nod. He turns off the main road. He goes down a small road. I look out the window at the fields. Then I see the sign for a trailer park. I know this road. This is the same place as before. He stops in front of a small trailer. The door is red. It has a sticker on it. The number 12. Stuck on a little crooked. A plastic chair sits outside next to the door. Nobody is in it. He says, Stay in the car, please. I'll be fast. He goes inside. I sit in the truck. I wait. 1 minute. 5 minutes. 12 minutes. I look at the window of the trailer. The kitchen light is on. I see 2 shadows. One tall one. One smaller one with long hair. They stand close together. Maybe a teenager. I am not sure. Travis comes back out. He closes the red door behind him. He gets in the truck. His face looks normal. He says, Thanks for waiting. I had to fix something for a friend. I nod. I look forward at the road. I do not ask. But in my head, I think about the pink wallet, the little silver heart, the torn corner. That night, I call Becca. I say, I saw something today. She asks, What? I say, I don't know yet, but something is wrong. You have to follow him, Rach. Becca sits on my sofa. She has a glass of red wine in her hand. The lipstick mark on the glass is deep red, half of it already dry. I give a small laugh. That's crazy, I say. Becca looks at me. Is it? You said he has a pink wallet in his truck. He runs when his phone rings. He has no Facebook. He won't talk about his family. What if he has a wife? What if he has a kid? What if he is lying to you? I say no. But that night I do not sleep. I look at the ceiling. I look at my phone. I put my phone down. I look at the ceiling again. On Thursday, Travis texts, I have a late job tonight. I'll call you tomorrow. I know his HVAC calls end by 7. I look at the clock. It is 6:45 p.m. I sit on my bed for a few minutes. Then I put on my jacket. I take my keys. I get in my car. I know the address of his office. I found it on Google 2 days ago. Carter HVAC is in a strip mall on Miller Road. I drive there. I park across the street between 2 other cars. I turn off the engine. I wait. At 7:10 p.m., his pickup truck leaves the lot. He does not go toward his apartment. I know that address too, because I looked. He goes the other way, north, then east. I follow him. I stay 2 cars back. My hands hold the wheel tight. He turns onto a small road. I know this road, the trailer park, the same place as before. I stop far back on a side street. I turn off my headlights. I sit in the dark. The street is empty. A dog barks somewhere far away. Travis parks in front of the red door. He goes inside. A kitchen light comes on. I see two shadows on the window, one tall, one shorter, with long hair. They move around. They eat dinner. I see Travis pass a bowl to the other person. They sit down. They talk. I watch them talk for a long time. I sit in my car for 40 minutes. My hands are cold. I do not cry. I just sit. I feel bad about being here, but I do not leave. Then the smaller shadow moves to the door. A girl steps out onto the small porch. She has long dark hair, a big hoodie. She calls something back inside. Then she sits down on the step. She has a cigarette in her hand. She does not light it. She just holds it. The filter end is bent. She holds it upside down, the wrong way. She is young, maybe 15 or 16. She is crying. She wipes her face one time with the sleeve of her hoodie, then she just sits. I leave before Travis comes out. I drive home. My heart is fast. I do not call Becca. I do not call my mom. I sit on my bed. I open Facebook on my phone. The screen has a thin crack at the bottom. I search Travis Carter and Ohio. I find nothing. I search Carter HVAC. I find a small website. One page. A phone number. No photos. Just a logo. A blue logo with a snowflake. I think he has a daughter. Or a girl from an old relationship. Or something worse. I cry a little. Not a lot. Just a little. Then I text him, Travis, we need to talk. Tomorrow. Please. He writes back in 3 minutes. Okay. Where? I look at the screen. I type, my place. 7 p.m. I send it. I put my phone down. I look up at the ceiling. I think, if he lied, I will know. But there is another thought under that one, smaller and quieter. If he did not lie, what did I do wrong? Travis sits down on my sofa. He does not say anything. I stand in front of him. I do not sit. I spent all day with my questions ready. I open my mouth, but he speaks first. You followed me. Not a question. A fact. His voice is quiet. He is not angry. I cannot speak. I nod. Travis looks down at his hands. He breathes out slowly. He says, sit down, Rachel. I'll tell you. I sit on the chair across from him. I put my hands in my lap. He talks. Short sentences. No drama. He says his sister was Lauren. Lauren died 2 years ago. She took too much, he says. The doctor said it was an accident. I don't know. His voice does not change when he says this. He says it like he said it many times before, and he is tired of the words. Lauren had a daughter. Her name is Maddie. Maddie was 14 when Lauren died. Maddie's father left when she was 2 years old. Nobody knows where he is now. After Lauren died, social workers wanted to put Maddie in the foster care system. Travis says, the state wanted to take her. He fought for her. He is not married. He has no kids of his own, but he is Maddie's uncle. He went to a lawyer in Columbus. He paid $4,000. He signed the papers. He got Maddie. He kept Lauren's trailer because Maddie does not want to leave. She says her mom is still there, Travis says. She feels her mom there. I don't argue with that. He looks at his hands again. She's 16. She lost her mom. If she needs to stay in that trailer, she stays. So Travis goes back and forth. His apartment in the city, the trailer park. He cooks for Maddie 4 nights a week. He starts work early. He finishes late. He goes to the trailer after work. He does not have extra money. He does not have time for Facebook. I ask, "Why didn't you tell me?" Travis looks at me. His left eyelid moves. Just once. Just a small twitch. He says, "Maddie is 16 now. She had a hard year. She doesn't like new people. I wanted to wait until I knew you better." He stops. He looks down at the coffee cup on my table. Then he says, "And I was afraid." "Afraid of what?" I ask. He looks at me. "Afraid you would do exactly what you did. No anger in it. Just tired." I cry. I say I am sorry. I start to talk about my mom, about Becca. I want to explain it all, but I stop myself. I know I cannot blame them. I followed him. I did that, not them. I sat in a dark car and watched a teenage girl cry on a step, and I did not leave. Travis does not hug me, but he does not leave. He says, "It's okay. I understand." But I see his hand on the coffee cup. He holds it too tight. The cup clicks against the small plate under it. One click. Hard. A white thread falls from his shirt collar onto my wooden table. I want to pick it up. I do not move. Travis stands up. He says, "I should go." Maddie is waiting. I ask, "Can I meet her someday?" Travis stops at the door. He looks back at me. He says, "I don't know, Rachel. That's up to you. Think about what you want, not what your friends want, not what your mom wants, what you want." He walks out. The door closes. I hear his footsteps on the stairs. Then nothing. I stand alone. Travis's coffee is still warm in the cup on the table. I do not drink it. I sit down. I look at my phone. I have a missed call from Becca. I do not call back. I do not know what to say to her. I hear the clock on the wall. Tick, tick, tick. I hear it from the living room. I never heard it before. My apartment is very quiet now. 3 days after Travis leaves, Becca comes over. She brings wine, a $12 bottle from Walmart, yellow label. She sits on my sofa. She puts her feet up, and she looks at me. She asks, "So? What happened?" I have the answer ready. I say, "You were right about him. It's complicated. He has family stuff. It won't work. This is the biggest lie I tell. I do not want Becca to know I followed Travis. I do not want to say I was wrong. I do not want to say that I sat in a dark car and watched a man who did nothing wrong. I want Becca to think she was right. Then I do not have to think about what I did." Becca hugs me. "I'm sorry, Rach. You'll find someone better." I drink my wine. I smile. I nod. That night, after Becca goes home, I sit on my bed. I open Travis's messages. I type something. I delete it. I type again. I delete it. 6 times. Then I write, "Travis, I don't think I can do this. I'm sorry." 14 minutes later, he writes back, "I understand. Take care, Rachel. No, please think about it. No call me, no anger, just 2 words. Take care." He lets me go like that, like closing a door softly. I turn off my phone. I lie down on my back. I do not cry. I think about Maddie. She sits on the step with a cigarette she does not light, the filter bent the wrong way. I think about Travis. He drives back and forth every day. He cooks, he works, he does not stop. I think about me. I said I was ready for love, but I wanted a man with no past, no family, no hard things in his life. I was not ready for Maddie. I was not ready for all of that. I pull my blanket up. I think. I said I was ready, but I was only ready for the easy part. Nobody hears that. I do not say it out loud. 2 months later, Saturday afternoon, I go to Walmart on Henderson Road for my weekly shopping. I push my cart down aisle 9. The cart has a bad wheel. Every third turn, it makes a small sound. I reach for a frozen pizza from the freezer. The cold air comes out at me. I look up. 2 carts away, Travis stands next to a teenage girl. Long, dark hair. A big hoodie, gray, with a college name on it. It has to be Maddie. They have a small argument. Travis holds a carton of mint chocolate chip ice cream. I can see it through the plastic, pale green with brown bits. Maddie shakes her head. "Not that one," she says. "That one is old people's ice cream." "Get the cookie dough." Travis laughs. He puts the carton back. He gets the cookie dough. "Fine, fine," he says. Maddie takes the carton and puts it in the cart herself. I do not move. I still have the frozen pizza in my hand. The cold from the freezer comes out on my arm. I can walk over. I can say hi. I can say sorry again. I can meet Maddie right now, today, in the frozen food aisle of a Walmart. But I do not. I watch Maddie. She laughs about ice cream. She has a big smile. 2 months ago, this same girl sat on a trailer step with a cigarette she did not light. She was alone and she cried. Now she laughs at her uncle about ice cream. I know who did that. Travis did that. Every day, every meal. Every night he drove to the trailer park and did not go home to his own apartment. I do not belong there. Not because Travis would not take me back, but because I chose to leave when Maddie needed someone new. I was not there. Now Maddie knows how to smile again, and I was not there for any of it. I put the frozen pizza in my cart. I turn around. I walk the other way, back toward aisle 7. I leave my cart there. It still has milk in it, a loaf of bread, 3 cans of Campbell's soup. The cans press down on the bread. I walk past all of it. I go to the exit. The doors open. I cross the parking lot. The air is cold. I get in my car. I sit there for 10 minutes. I look at the Walmart sign above the entrance. A family walks out with a big cart. A woman talks on her phone. Nobody looks at me. I do not cry. I do not open my phone. Then I start the car. I drive home. At home, I sit on my sofa. I open Hinge. I look at my profile, the 3 photos, the short bio. I stop at my height, 5'5". I look at that number for a long time. I am 5'3". I do not fix it. I do not delete the app. I close my phone and put it face down on the table. I look out the window. October in Ohio. The yellow leaves are almost all gone from the trees. The branches are empty and thin against the white sky. A pickup truck drives past the end of the street. Not Travis, just a similar truck. Same color. I watch it. It turns at the corner. Then it is gone. I do not get up. I do not do anything. The street is quiet. I am quiet too. I don't know what I am now.